Did you ever wonder why ships and planes disappear without a trace in the Bermuda Triangle? Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, an imagined triangle on the map holds a notorious reputation for swallowing aircraft and ships into its belly, leaving no trace behind. This is the Bermuda Triangle, a name that triggers a shudder of apprehension in even the bravest hearts. Its other alias? The Devil's Triangle, a name that resonates with the countless tales of unexplained disappearances and supernatural phenomena associated with it. Over the years, the Bermuda Triangle has been the protagonist of many stories, its reputation growing with each tale of a vanished ship or aircraft. The stories tell of compasses spinning out of control, planes disappearing from radars without a single distress call, and ships found abandoned with no sign of their crew. It's a place where the ordinary rules of navigation and physics seem to be suspended, replaced by something unknowable and eerie. But where exactly is this triangle? Picture the azure waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Now, imagine a line from Miami to the sunny island of Bermuda, another from Bermuda to the vibrant heart of Puerto Rico, and a final one back to Miami. This forms a triangle, covering approximately 500,000 square miles of ocean. It's within this vast expanse of sea that the enigma unfolds. The Bermuda Triangle isn't just a geographical location. It's a symbol, a metaphor for the unexplained and the unknown. It has become the epicenter of an unsolved puzzle that has baffled scientists, investigators, and enthusiasts for decades. It's a place where the limits of our understanding are tested, and where every disappearance adds another layer to the mystery. But how did this all start? How did a stretch of ocean become the subject of such fear and fascination? To answer that, we need to journey back in time, to the first known incident that put the Bermuda Triangle on the map of mysteries. So, how did this mystery begin? Let's delve into the first known incident. The year was 1918, and a massive ship named the USS Cyclops vanished without a trace. Imagine a vessel, colossal in size, the largest of its kind in the US Navy at the time. The USS Cyclops was a ship that commanded respect, intimidating in its stature, and crucial in its role. It was a vital supply ship, carrying thousands of tons of manganese ore used in steel production from Brazil to Baltimore. But more than just cargo, the ship was also home to a staggering 309 crew members, each with their own stories, their own lives. On a seemingly ordinary day in March, the USS Cyclops set sail from Barbados, bound for Baltimore. But as fate would have it, this was to be anything but an ordinary journey. The Cyclops, with its precious cargo and crew, would never reach its destination. It disappeared without a trace, swallowed by the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The strangest part, there was no distress signal, no mayday call, no frantic Morse code message tapped out in the desperate final moments. Nothing. It was as if the Cyclops had simply ceased to exist. One moment there, the next, gone. In the aftermath of its disappearance, extensive search operations were launched. Ships scoured the seas, planes scanned the skies, eyes strained on the horizon for any sign of the missing vessel. But the search was futile. The Cyclops, it seemed, had vanished into thin air. The loss of the Cyclops was a devastating blow, not only for the US Navy, but also for the families of the missing crew. The ship's disappearance remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries of the 20th century, leaving a trail of unanswered questions in its wake. As we delve deeper into the enigma of the Bermuda Triangle, we find that the USS Cyclops was not an isolated incident. It was, in fact, just the tip of the iceberg. But the Cyclops was just the beginning. December 5th, 1945, 5 Navy bombers took off for a routine flight and never returned. This is the tale of Flight 19, one of the most baffling incidents associated with the Bermuda Triangle. This squadron, comprised of 5 Grumman TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, embarked on a training mission from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale in Florida. The pilots were experienced men, not novices. Their mission was simple, a 3-hour exercise known as Navigation Problem Number 1. They were to fly east, conduct bombing practice, then head north over the Grand Bahama Island, and finally return to base in a southwesterly direction. The weather was clear, and conditions were deemed perfectly suitable for the flight. The squadron set off under the command of Lieutenant Charles Carroll Taylor, but as the day progressed, a series of puzzling events unfolded. A few hours into the flight, base stations started receiving distress signals. Taylor reported that his compass was malfunctioning and that he believed they were flying over the Florida Keys, but the Keys were not where they should have been. Despite the clear weather, Taylor seemed disoriented and confused. Soon, the communication became sporadic, filled with static and broken sentences. At some point, Taylor was heard saying they were entering white water, and nothing seemed right. Not long after, the communication abruptly ended, and the 5 bombers vanished, leaving no trace behind. Even more bewildering was the disappearance of a Martin Mariner aircraft with a 13-man crew that took off later that evening for a search and rescue mission. It too disappeared without a trace within 20 minutes of its flight. Multiple search and rescue missions were launched, but no wreckage or any sign of the 27 men and 6 aircraft was ever found. The Navy's final report declared it was as if they had flown to Mars. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, an incident that seemingly defies all logical explanations. The mystery deepens, doesn't it? But it doesn't stop here. In 1963, a 524-foot carrier known as the SS Marine Sulphur disappeared into thin air. This wasn't just any vessel, but a T-2 tanker specifically designed to transport molten sulfur. It was a behemoth, an emblem of human engineering prowess, sailing effortlessly across the vast expanses of the ocean. But one fateful day, it embarked on a journey from which it would never return. With a crew of 39 brave souls, the SS Marine Sulphur set sail from Beaumont, Texas to Norfolk, Virginia. It vanished without a trace somewhere in the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle, leaving behind a mystery that would baffle investigators for decades to come. The subsequent investigations into the ship's disappearance unveiled a chilling tale of negligence and oversight. The SS Marine Sulphur, despite its impressive size and vital duty, was riddled with safety violations, some of which were alarming. The tanker had been hastily and inexpensively converted for its sulfur-carrying role, and her hull was not properly reinforced to handle the heavy weight of the cargo. The ship was also known to have a list to port, meaning it leaned to one side, which can be a significant hazard, particularly in rough seas. Furthermore, the molten sulfur it carried was stored in heated, insulated tanks that, if ruptured, could release lethal sulfur fumes. But despite these glaring issues, the ship was allowed to sail. Why? Perhaps it was complacency, or maybe it was the belief that disaster could never befall such a massive vessel. But the sea, as we know, is a force that respects no hubris. Sadly, no trace of the ship or the crew was ever found. The SS Marine Sulphur was declared lost at sea, taking with it the lives of 39 crew members and leaving behind a mystery that continues to intrigue us to this day. The Bermuda Triangle, with its history of unexplained disappearances and strange occurrences, had claimed another victim, and the SS Marine Sulphur, despite its size and strength, was powerless against the enigmatic forces at play in this region of the Atlantic. The Bermuda Triangle had claimed another victim. What could be behind these mysterious disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle? One of the most popular theories proposes magnetic anomalies. Some suggest that there is a unique magnetic pull in the Bermuda Triangle, causing compasses to go haywire and leading ships and planes off course. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? A place on Earth where the laws of physics seem to bend, twist, and turn in ways we can't quite understand. But then, there's the theory of underwater gas hydrates. These are essentially pockets of methane gas trapped in the seafloor. When these pockets burst, they release massive amounts of gas that can supposedly cause water to froth and foam, reducing its density. Ships caught in these gas upsurges could theoretically sink without a trace. As for planes, the theory suggests that methane gas could cause their engines to stall, leading to catastrophic crashes. And of course, we cannot discount human error. The Bermuda Triangle is a heavily trafficked area, with countless ships and planes passing through its waters and airspace daily. With such high traffic, accidents are bound to happen. Misinterpretations of navigational equipment, poor judgment under pressure, or even simple mistakes could all contribute to the Triangle's infamous reputation. Some even say it's a combination of all these factors, creating a perfect storm of danger and mystery. Or perhaps there's an entirely different explanation waiting to be discovered. Despite the many theories, hard evidence remains elusive. Scientists continue to study the Bermuda Triangle, hoping to unlock its secrets. while skeptics argue that the triangle is no more dangerous than any other part of the ocean. The Bermuda Triangle remains an enigma, a mystery that continues to captivate us. Who knows what secrets it still hides? Until we have definitive answers, the Bermuda Triangle will continue to be a source of fascination, intrigue, and speculation. And maybe, just maybe, that's part of its enduring allure.